Hi guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about how to set up your initial starter city when you're playing on Cosmonaut mode or realistic mode. What do you need to think about? How do you plan? And also how to minimize the cost you're having, because it's pretty hard doing this. So let's dive in. We're going to start for a new game, and I want to use the Taiga map. I put a link down in the description of it, and we're going for Cosmonaut mode. All settings on hardest. I want to start in 1960, and I want the night and day cycle off here, which gives me a slight advantage because at night you use a little bit of power for all the lighting of your roads and your buildings and stuff. So let's dive in. So we have started the map, and the map here is the Taiga map, and I've already looked at the starting place. There are two good starting places here and here, but at this place we have a pretty big patch of oil, lot bigger than here, you see. So I want to start here, so let's go there. Here we are. This is our initial area. As you can see, there are two custom houses here. I will only use one as to make it realistic to other maps as well. Also, I will only use vanilla buildings, so you don't need any mods or any DLC to mods give an advantage. So you can play along without these. And what I want to do is I want to go from this gravel area, create our first construction area, and then also show you how you create your initial city and your first industry. First, let's go over the Cosmonaut mode. What is Cosmonaut mode? Well, it means that you create everything from scratch. So you start with 1 million rubies and 500,000 in dollars. Well, to start, the dollars are pretty useless here because we are at a USSR border. So everything will be paid by rubles. Next, I want to go over the menu, what Cosmonaut means. I cannot auto buy anything. All food and stuff has to be imported from the customs. I can't auto build any building or whatsoever. So for the Cosmonaut mode, there are 3 buildings which you need to have your initial. They're very bare bone buildings, which you need in order to build other buildings and get that going. So first you have construction offices. You have a maximum of 7 of these. Further, we have our gas station. I believe these are unlimited, and the construction offices a maximum of 7. You have your 3 bus stations. You have your 3 technical office. We have a 3 depot. I know we have a free aggregate storage here, and also a free open storage, which we can find here with open storages. What you need to keep in mind, because with the construction office you only have 7, if you place one down and you delete it, you will still have used up one of these slots. So be careful what you plan. What I did is I prepared a setup which I will load, because it took me 3 hours, I think, to build this and test this. So that's way too long for one episode. So I will load that and show you what I've done, and also the things that I had to do in a different direction. I'll be back. So here we are with the initial setup. This is going to take a year, 2 years probably to build. So if you start on realistic mode, it's a very slow start. What I want to do first is I want to put my first distribution office into action. Well, I have 2 distribution offices here. One, I want to deliver fuel to our gas station first, because every vehicle we buy is very thirsty. Don't worry, I will go over the whole setup and what I've done later, but I want to get this show on the road a little bit. So I am buying my first oil tank here, which is this cistern, and I want to buy 2 dumpers to get our aggregates filling while I am talking to you. One thing, don't go and buy all your vehicles and put the game on pause, because the vehicles will get stuck if you buy too many of them. And I will speed this up a little bit, so I can give some directions to the distribution office, which I can do now. Now let's wait until you arrive as well. Like so, alright. When I give direction to the distribution office, especially since money is pretty tight, I like to pause the game, so that I know for sure that the tasks are executed the way I want. So we want to load. Here. What do we want to load? We want to load fuel and we want to load gravel. We want to unload fuel here, and I will come back to this later. I have 2 aggregate storage here. There we want to unload the gravel. Unload. You can put it like this, but I also always like to point out what I'm unloading, so it's at one eye glance you know exactly what is being done here. So let's start. Let's press play and let them do their thing. We have spent some of our money now, and I did spend some because I needed to do some terraforming, just a little bit. You can, in the first months, you can do terraforming, and that's paid for in dollars. That's meant for maps which are not as flat as this one is. You see that I have a very flat building area here, and for that I don't really need this, but there are also pretty hilly maps. So now our oil tanker has delivered fuel here, so that's going great. So I'm pressing F2 off, and we're going to play now. Press play now. So what is my plan here? My plan is, first we are going to build this construction area. Then we're going to build our city, which has to support our industries. And finally, at the last stage, I'm going to build my oil. This is an oil refinery, which is hugely expensive, and I have some oil jack pumps laid out. If you're wondering, is she going to manage that with 953,000 rubles left? No way. Luckily, we can lend money. We can lend 1.8 million rubles. Yes. So, how this is set up? I will first go over the three buildings which we need for the construction of our construction area here. First, I've built 6 construction offices here. Those will have all our mechanics and our flatbeds and dumpers and who knows what. I haven't connected those because I want to have as big as stretches of road as possible, because that goes quicker. Of course, we're going to have to connect 1, 2, or I think even 3 construction offices once we are going to build those roads, I'm going to press pause. No, I'm going to. But I like to keep the stretches as long as possible. I have one construction office here, which is going to be meant for all the buses. I want the buses close to all the roads and the destination area and the city where I can get the people. So here we already see the aggregate storage is being filled up. I'm going to store this item like so and store this item here as well. Here we have an open storage, which I can limit the amount of the things. I want 25% of steel, no aluminum, this 25, 25, 0, 25 and 0, like so. And we are going to have one of our, I think this is going to deliver the steel and whatnot. So this is for the construction area. This is a technical office, but we only need that when it's winter and we have constructed this also for the delivery of water and sewage things. So I've started out and I created 2 gravel quarries here. I want to transport the gravel by dumper, and I'm going to dump it in the gravel processing plant, which in its turn has a gravel storage. Okay, from this storage we are having an unloading station. I'm having a concrete plant and I'm having an asphalt plant. So if this is set up, we are not reliant on buying gravel because that's expensive. Before I'm going to start setting this up, I want to have our roads gravelized because this is too slow to do anything. So I'm going to do this here, and for this we are going to have to connect some of these because we need like so. So what are we going to do? We're going to buy some dumpers. Let's buy 4. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I switched off all auto search for construction offices, and I also removed any assignment that was already done. So this is our dumpers 1. I want to have a dumpers 2 as well. So we're going to call this dumpers 2, and we're going to buy dumpers here as well. Here, 1, 2, 3, also 3. So, and then we need our mechanisms. What I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to buy a flatbed. Where are you? Open hulls, and one of you. I'm going to buy excavators only. Why won't I buy bulldozers? Well, bulldozers you can only create road with that, where excavators can be used for roads as well as buildings. Bulldozers are quicker at creating roads, but now I want to be able to have more of a variety, and then the price I pay is that the construction of roads is going slower. So I'm buying 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot. So now what have we done? We are now 50 tons of gravel crate. I'm going to start upgrading the first road. So how am I going to do this? This to gravel, and I'm going to say, well, I want you to upgrade this one, and this one as well. Oh, this is 2. Okay, great. Now maybe I want to upgrade this one as well, but I'll have to make another road to so that vehicles can get there. I'm going to add the construction office assign tool. I'm going to add all the construction offices. This is just easy for now. This one as well. And then I say start constructing this and this So the first construction can get going, and then, well, I'll explain the rest. We still can do. And what I also want actually is to, yes, it's a great idea to upgrade this road as well, because after that I can connect. No, like so. Thank you. And then say go. So now I think this is the first vehicle getting some gravel for the construction. Maybe not. I think so. Anyway, so I've kind of explained here what I'm doing. Once this road is built, I'm going to buy the mechanics for these construction offices. I can already. No, I can't already, because I first upgrade this road, and then I'll buy the mechanics for the technical office and the buses for the construction office. Okay, let's go underground, because we have a concrete plant. This one is, I believe, and that needs water. And we have water and electricity and water and sewage here as well. But the technical office is going to take care of drinking water and sewage. But we also have the concrete plant, and concrete plant, here you see, has requires for production a water quality of 55%. So I created a water well here, a small one, which doesn't need any workers. And currently the quality is 95%, so it's well over the 55%. But I'm not sure. I'm hoping that the pollution these factories make, that it's far away enough. Don't think so. And then, well, I will have to create another electrical connection and have this place further away. But now I was at the maximum coverage of the electricity, which is going to be built here. So let's go and see what our initial city looks like, where here the first road is being built, or at least the gravel is being created. I haven't planned a fire station yet, and I was planning to, let's see, the railway. I am planning to place it somewhere here, so hopefully this will get coverage as well as this, as well as the city. But I'm noticing I haven't planned it. Well, I did plan for electricity, so we can put this on because we need it, and where none of the electricity is being used now because none of it has been built, it's good to have it on when that is needed. So I'm having a switch here and a power transformer here. So let's go to our first city. I planned for a bus platform here. Let me see. These are all the utilities. These are your heat exchanger and a power transformer, or electric substation, sorry, sewage and water. And then I've been contemplating a lot. I'm building the large shopping center here. And that's always a question. What do you do when you're in this mode and you're planning for your city? Because it's a pretty big difference between building a grocery store and a small store. This is about 400 workdays, a little less. The small shopping center has 580 days. Big one is 3,117 days. I'm having more margin here because I have only 1 ton of meat, and I'm just afraid when in winter and our distribution office is going to get meat that it will be too late. And even if I start loading when this is at 0.9, I'm just not sure if that's viable. Plus, I can grow my city a lot without having to worry about the shopping center, the big shopping center. Where am I? Here. I can store 3 tons of meat and 39 tons of food. That gives me a lot of margin. And yeah, I know it's more expensive, but I do intend of having loans. So I placed the vanilla kindergarten and the vanilla school, and I placed the vanilla indoor pool. And oh, is this? Oh yeah, this is the new cinema. This isn't the. Let me. No, this is the vanilla. I was a little afraid this was DLC. It isn't. So, and for now, I have placed 3 prefab flats, which we will create later. Once you, when you are in Cosmonaut mode, you would be wise if you, when you build your first apartment, to turn get citizens off, because if you forget, well, the game just starts getting citizens, and I like to be in control of that. I wasn't smart and I didn't turn this off, so I'll turn this off with every apartment. And I'm also turning allow citizens, don't. And here also don't. So, next thing is when you plan, and I also plan some underwater stuff like your heating cables and things, your heating pipelines. Always plan your heating pipelines first, because getting these lower than your electrical wires is a lot more expensive than lowering your electrical wires. I had this pipeline cost me like 3,000 workdays because I had it one time lower. And if you have your heating pipeline underground, you can transmit a lot more heat. How do you say this in English? The temperature will be a lot higher in your heat exchanger than with pipelines which are above ground. So yeah, I also contemplated about here. I am building the large heating plant, and it's a big price difference. If I look at the small one, it's 904 workdays and 20 tons of steel, and for the big one is well, it's twice as expensive. 73, 20 tons of steel, 73. No, it's way more than twice as expensive. It's a big expenditure. It's a big thing to spend, but I think I can use this heating plant for this initial city, and maybe I want to have a city here, like we did in the round robin, and maybe we can even use it to with a heating. How do you say it? With a heating pumping station to have another city maybe there also be heated. With the small one, that's just not possible. It's I think it will pay itself back also because we have coal in the facility here. I can show you that. Here we are here and we have coal. See, right there. So we might use that to power the heating plant. We are hopefully creating this one, but why aren't you doing anything? Oh, because I didn't assign the gravel thing like so. I should have done this before my talk, but I didn't. So why 2 gravel patches? Well, you see, there's only 1 loading spot, and loading takes ages. So that gives me a nice bridge to what's our first industry going to be. Well, to be honest, our first industry is going to be gravel. Because once we create gravel, I will export it to create our first money, you know. That's always nice. But we are close to oil here. And so I have laid out a few oil fields and pumps and things like this. And this is going to be really expensive to create. But we can export oil. We can export fuel. In the Cosmonaut mode, prior to the realistic mode, you are not allowed to export bitumen. So you could use a bitumen power plant, or you can just say, well, this is realistic mode. I am going to export bitumen. I hope it's possible. I haven't tried actually. Maybe it's not possible to export bitumen in the realistic mode, but we'll find out. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to babysit creating these roads. And you see, well, we're getting along. It's only April 10th, you know, we are 20 days in. And, well, they're getting along quite nice, I think. I could have maybe put this here a little road in between. So this would be 2 pieces. But we only have 3 excavators anyway. So I think this is fine. I'm going to fast forward until we are at the bit that I can load these construction offices and we can start our first construction, which will be here and which will probably be the power. So, see you right there. So, our first road is finished. Our second road is finished, so we can upgrade some other points. In the meantime, I've added a bus stop here because I forgot the bus stop, and the people here can go to the asphalt plant and the concrete plant as well as go to the fire station here. And I also added a gas station because the closest one is here. So if we have construction vehicles and they are in need of gas, they have to go all the way there. Not very easy, and I have to add this to our fuel distribution thingy and unload fuel. Excellent. So now we have these 3 construction offices which we need to fill with vehicles. So first of all, let's lay out the roads. This one. No, it won't fit, of course not. But it's... Oh, I hate this. I laid them out perfectly. You know me. Well, this one is straight. Okay. So we need a couple of flatbeds, right? And we want to have flatbeds. Where are you? Where are you? Open holes. Thanks. So which one are we going for? This is 62 kilometers an hour, 70, 12 or 13. I think I'm using this one more because once we get to asphalt we are a lot further away. On the other hand, we are going for oil. So no, I am using these. And I'm going to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to do like this. And then these, I'm going to have to assign this for steel and for bricks and for prefabs and for boards. And when I think of this, I'm going to have to assign here. We are going to have to say that the asphalt for now we are getting from the border, and I'm going to have to say that to this construction office as well. The asphalt, get that from the border. So why are we filling up this space, which I'm going to do now? I did set it to, yeah, okay. Which I'm going to do now, I think. Yeah, that would be good. So, and go forward. So, and so we're going to buy how many? 2. No, I want to do it different. Oh yeah, sorry, I made a mistake. Yeah, I want one of the open hulls. You go work somewhere else. Go work there. Because I want to buy one covered hull here. So a covered hull. Why? I'm going to this. Why? Because well, 3 is pretty much for open hulls, I think. And I want to have one construction office for open and covered hulls. And then we're going to assign the customs as the place to get mechanical and our electrical components. Then we also need a construction office for mixers. First assign the concrete plant, which at this moment is customs. And then buy a couple of mixers, concrete mixers. So, hello. 4. One construction office at the moment I'm keeping for extra. Probably will be filled with road cranes because that if you use road cranes, you don't have to. You don't need as many people. I wanted to talk to you about. No. Just a second. First, let's make sure this fills up, right? So I will buy another open hull U, and in the future I think this also need a cement dry bulk tank because we also need to deliver that. But first I'm pausing because I'm giving orders to the customs. So what I want to load, I want steel and days and you, and I want to unload 40%. I think so. You and where are you? You and you. All right, play. So you could theoretically say to your construction office here, well, load your steel and bricks and prefabs and boards from the customs, from the border house. But this will create a lot of traffic because your vehicles, sometimes you need 1 ton of steel or 2 tons, and then you also get your people from here and it will take too long. So this is the reason why you are filling this with gravel, because you go with 25 tons per ride, and the same goes for your open storage. So that's why we use these for now until these are temporary, and this one as well, obviously, until we have our own production going on. So we have mixers and we have open and covered hulls and dumpers and our mechanisms, so we need people. And I'm going to say to here, workers, get them from there. Yeah, you're right at that. First, create a road. Like so. And then sign a custom house. So, buy some vehicles. We want to have buses. I think this is a pretty good one. Let's go for these. So, and now I think it's time. I think we're done to assign our first and second construction. So we have. Oh, I need to rename these. I will do that after this. So at first I want to create this gravel thing. I don't think I will upgrade these roads because the dumpers are going 35 kilometers an hour. So I don't see a reason. And then we also need to construct the wires. So this one, these ones, and I think this is it. Yeah, great. So we are having 2 dumpers who are doing nothing. So what I am going to do is I'm going to have a path which is around like so, going like so and so and so. So we can upgrade these roads. Upgrade you. And, well, we will upgrade this later. So do this. Thank you. And probably upgrade you as well. Wouldn't be a bad idea, right? So, what you will see me do now is trying to get the roads started. And we're trying to get this started so we can export gravel as quick as possible, and when we can create our own gravel, because we have a lot of road work to do. I'm going to give this a go. I'm also asking to start on the construction of our fire station, because we don't want to have this constructed so difficult and then to have it burned down. So I will check in whenever I'm seeing something that would be interesting, and once this area is done and we are able to create our own gravel, I will check in and see how we are going to the next phase. So we're now 2 months in. Now we have our road to the customs is being done, and we are here working on the electrical wires for the substation for here. I have started the fire station as well. Yeah, we discussed this. This is coming along pretty nice, and this is also working. So I'll check in 2 months again. I'm thinking maybe this is interesting to see. When we started out, there were only a few foreign workers, but the more you import foreign workers, the more foreign workers you get until a certain point. You cannot, like for instance, we are planning an oil industry which has 500 people workers, I believe 500 people, or is it 300? You can't get that from foreign workers. It's just to get you started, not for building your economy on foreign workers. So now it's July 4th and we are first starting to need road cranes, because this construction here, we are getting the bricks, boards and steel, but we still have 700 work days. So I'm going to add some road cranes here, and we're purchasing road crane here. 1, 2, 3. Great. So let's assign the cranes to there. So it's August 17 and our gravel processing plant is ready. We have finished our gravel quarry, so now we can produce our own gravel. The storage is not finished yet, but that doesn't matter, because I can get one truck to load here and then to unload here. So let's buy these trucks. So it's August 28th. We have finished our gravel quarry, and there are 2 vehicles going back and forth, loading quarry stone and unloading. We have our first workers here, and I have gravel. I think this one is loading gravel to unload in our gravel areas. For now, I'm only using it as extra because I don't want the construction to be held down, but it's going to cost us less. And I'm waiting for this to finish until we can continue with this. The gravel plant is processing, but the people are probably less happy at the end of the day, because we don't have any drinking water. Here are new workers coming, but you know, we import them every day, so who cares if they go home grumpy and thirsty? Aren't we all going home thirsty? So for now, I am building the water well here, and I think the pipe is already done, and this is a pumping station there. So yeah, I think we're good. And for the rest, our fire station is done. So we need firefighters and fire trucks. So I'm going to buy a fire truck, and what I'm going to look for is the fastest speed level. Speed level 10. Those are modded ones. 10 and 4. Well, we're going for a 10. I'm going to add the fire station in our distribution office for to export gas here. Did I do this right here? Yeah. So, then we will see our first fire truck. I think it's being imported now. Are you coming? Where are you? Oh, here. See? Great. So, progress. What I now will do is I will finish the water part here so that that is finished, and I will start construction of these because these guys aren't doing a thing at the moment. So let's get them to work, construct this, and I'll catch you when we are a little bit. No, wait a minute. I want to buy a sewage truck. And well, this then, well, this one, and I want to buy a snowplow here. This is fastest, and I want to buy a water tank like so. And then I'm assigning the water go there, the sewage go there. Don't snowplow the mud roads at the moment. Do snowplow the gravel roads. And the asphalt, well, we don't have these roads, so I will add another how do you say this, technical services once it's getting winter, but for now this is fine. So see you I think before winter, then I will check in. When I assign constructions, like now I have assigned these roads, I very much work with temporary, like here, these temporary roads, so you can construct them right away and don't have to wait when this is finished, and you can construct those two. And only when those two are finished, you can construct these two. So that's why construction is also going a little bit faster, and we are waiting. So it's November 16th, and our construction area is done. We have our concrete plant which has cement delivered by a distribution office, so we can have workers here. And let's see, for 4 or 3, what 4 or 3 workers. Yeah, that's. And I want the same with the asphalt plant. Here we want also 3. So we are not having bitumen yet. Are we? Is someone bringing bitumen? I think so. Yes, this is on the way. Okay, great. So now we can say to this construction office, your asphalt, don't get it from the border, but get it there. And we can say this to the other dumper construction office as well. Asphalt, get it from there. For our mixers, you can get your concrete, please, from there. And oh yeah, we can say from our dumpers, the aggregates here, you can get it there, much faster loading. And here as well, aggregate, much faster loading here as well. So this is a bus route I'm going to change. Now it was bringing the gravel to these storages. I'm going to have this bus empty these 2 storages into here. And now we can start our city. We can start building our city. So let's construct. Yes, excellent. Oh, we need to upgrade some footpath as well. Be great, I think. This. Now this should be one piece, but this one as well. This one as well. Why isn't this one piece? I hate that. Go be one piece. Remove you. Yeah, and B1 piece 2. Okay, go. and select to construct. So yeah, let's see how everything is going here. Well, we are waiting for the asphalt plant. We're creating our own asphalt. How nice is this? So, I'm going to watch this, and this vehicle is going to empty stuff here because these are pretty full. All generated by us. So yeah, I'm going to get this to this storage to be full, and then I'm going to direct our distribution office to empty this towards the custom house when it is getting too full. I'll see you next year. So winter is almost done. We're at February 20th. Well, we have our bus station finished. We have a heat exchanger finished. We're still working on the footpath here. We have a kindergarten, which I will say you don't want any staff working there. We are still working on the power supply. We don't yet have power. Let's see what... Well, I need to find out why that is, because I thought it was going to this transformer. We were creating too much gravel, so now I started on the road towards here. It's a pretty long road. So yeah, I will be continuing this, and once this is finished I will make the footpath to the water and the sewage. Every building that's finished I will put no workers sign on it and kind of look further how it goes. It's going pretty well, and I think it's pretty quick. We are 11 months in, and we are creating our own gravel concrete and asphalt. Yeah, and we're also doing these kind of expensive things, like these underground pipes are really expensive, 61 tons of steel. So, and we are 3/4 in from our 1 million. I'm not sure if we make it, because now comes the part where we're going to buy a lot of steel. Look at it going down. So yeah, it's spring is upon us, you see. And I'll check it back in a couple of months. So I just wanted to take a look. We are a year in now. We started March 19th, 1960. It's now March 20th, 1961. And I wanted to show you how far we've gotten. We are still constructing this. The road is coming along nicely. And I want to show you from the city we are building. This is... It's all... Well, I think it's pretty nice. We are 26% on the prefabs. But, you know, I want to have all the facilities... first anyway, because otherwise you can't open your city. I wanted to show you about the workers you can import, and then for this I'm going to pause a little bit. I need a bus with foreign workers. Where's the bus with foreign workers? Do you? Yeah, here. I want to show you. You can see the average productivity here, 77%. But you see, it varies a lot. One time I had one of 38%. So sometimes you don't get the productivity you normally would get from your own people. So it varies. A worker a worker from the border isn't always the worker you're expecting with a 36% of productivity, and sometimes it's 90, but I haven't seen a lot above 90. So I wanted to share with you that. I'm going to continue, and when we are ready to import real citizens, our own workers, well, I thought that would take at least 2 years, but it's March, and well, it's getting along nice, I think. So it's the 13th of June, and we're almost done with our city. Everything works, and everything has electricity and water and things like that. Only the water and sewage station here need to be finished, which is almost done. There was something weird with the the electric substation. There were like 2 stations placed upon each other, and the electricity line was connected to the unfinished building. So I had to delete both of them and to recreate them, but it's all good now. So what we can do now is kind of have some supply for our people who are going to work here. So in order to do that, I thought, well, we can make another distribution office here, like here, which is responsible for distributing the food. And I don't want it here because the option of a train line here, I want to keep that open. So there's no building under electricity wire. So I think I'm going to put it here. It says, yeah. So wait a minute, put the grid on. Something like so. I think this is fine. So, and then add a road. Like so, and remove these nodes because I don't know why these are here. So now we are going to buy covered hull. I think we'll begin with 1 and 1 refrigeration. This would be this one. Okay. So first of all, let's change what we can store here. I always changed it, so if you hold the left control, it all opens with 0 percentages. So normally I do 80% and 15% and 5%, things like so. All right, so pause again. So what we want to import is bread and clothes and electronics, and we want to unload that right there. Number of people here, it's like 2, 4, something like this, and here it's like start at 2, maybe 3. Okay. And you, I want to study. 3 for my ID, then you have 1 worker for every shift or something. I don't know. But, here I can 3. We also need to increase this a little bit and buy some vehicles. Well, ambulance, total value. We're going with this one. We need to wait until this is finished. Let's put the grid off. And until here are enough clothes to sell and electronics to sell and meat. And then I'll come back. So it's August 19th, 1961 and we're done. It took us 1.5 years to build this, but with this construction setup as it is, I think we can easily build the refinery and all these oil pump jacks. I think I'm pretty good at budgeting, don't you think? I have $16,000 left, no loan, so this can all be built with the very tight money you got when starting. I even built a big heating plant and a very expensive underground, let me see, F3, this pipe. So we are good to go, except I'm a pretty good budgeter, but we don't have money for people anymore. A few, but we are going to need a loan for this oil factory anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lend some money. I'm going to loan in the rubles, and I want this to be 2.5 years. And then I'm going to loan 500,000. I think this should be enough for us to be self-sufficient, and we should be able to pay this back. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to invite some people, and we are going to invite some foreigners from the. And I don't know if the rules for the Cosmonaut also are applicable for realistic mode, that you can spend, I believe it is 1500 points And it's 1 point for someone from the third world, 3 points for Soviet bloc, and 5 points for expert. I'm going to go for a 200. 1, 2, 3, 4. $200. And I think another 100 here. Where are you? Here. And I'm going to go for some, I think 100. Look at the happiness a little bit. And then I'm going for the same amount here. Sorry for my... We are going to need to build, and I'm going to do the same thing here. One, like so, and one more, like so. Okay, so these people from the third world are sick, they're hungry, and they're uneducated and stuff like this. So we are also going to need to build a monument in order to keep. Where are the monuments again? Here. Control like so. And then the path. So they can build this one right away. Build. So yeah. And now we have F1 off. So let's play. Let's press play. And we need to get the workers here a little bit more. And here a little bit so they can go to school. The loyalty, how much is the loyalty now? 50%. So say 10, 20, 40%, something like this. Kindergarten, it's good. Here we need some. Well, 3 is good, I think. And here 3 is good. We need more here because those are all the people from third world. We need to educate them ourselves. Well, we're going for maximum, which is good. We need more teachers. They will come. So then we need to stop. That's pause because there are a lot of workers here. We can have this bus station say your workers, you get them from there. And we have the bus line. I disabled this for a while because we didn't need anything here. So for the line we can say don't go there, but get your workers from there. Custom house, move. Only want educated workers. So, and actually we don't want university workers because we want our university workers to work in our schools, right? So, now go. And I think that's it. We can see well, there aren't any shoppers yet. Oh yes, there are sellers but no shoppers. Nobody is hungry. Oh wait a minute. 126 people working. There are treated patients. There are people in kindergarten. This worries me a bit, but I think it will be alright. I think it will be alright. So nobody's wanting in the indoor pool. There's no kindergarten. We need more people in the kindergarten. Like so. So, shall we get started with creating our oil refinery? This one? We did spend a lot. Here. So, assign this. Also, the fire station seems in order. And here, the pump. Maybe I want to assign you 2 because now we only have 1 pump. But if we assign this one, we can have 2 extra pumps. Jacks, I mean. Jacks. Some jacks. Like so. Let's create this. Oh, they're already here. Excellent. So, I will have this built and see if we can come. I don't think so. I'm doubting. I'm highly doubting. But one can always hope. So, see you when this is a little bit further. So it's October now, and we are. The build is going pretty good. In the beginning, we had some issues with not enough doctors in our hospital, so I had to move all the university-educated people to here and assign this as the only workplace. I think now it's going great. The issue was if you invite people from the third world, they are all going to need medical aid. We started at 28% unemployment, which is now 19% in 3 months' time about. I can show you most is due to low education, and I will show you here and a little bit like here. We can see the uneducated people, how quickly that goes down. So I usually invite a bunch of non-educated people because it's a cheap way to, in a pretty short amount of time, have some educated people. Well, at least basic education. But for the construction, we don't need university educated people. For the rest, I have started up the heating plant because, it's getting cold. And I want to show you how we are progressing with the oil refinery. Well, we were a little bit, but it's getting along nice. We only have one excavator. Pipelines are being built. Here you see, well, it's progressing pretty nice. I did put some priority on electricity here and this one as well, but this is not finished yet. So we do have electricity here, and I am going to man the fire station as soon as it is finished. That being said, there hasn't been one fire in the last, 1.5 years. So these guys are pretty much doing nothing. But better safe than sorry, right? Okay, I'll see you in a couple of months, I guess. I think maybe in February there. So it's November the 1st now, and the construction is going great actually. Way quicker than I expected. Let me show you. You see we only have this left, and the oil refinery is already 90% done. So that's great. But I also see that the first oil pump has been pumping because I put some priority on the electricity. Well, the next pump is also done. So now we're hoping for this oil. Well, maybe I can start constructing this oil pump. But we can buy some oil tanks and start exporting oil. So that's what I'm going to do. And see you when there is a next update. So it's the 23rd of December now. And well, the oil refinery from the 12,000 days, it's coming along nicely. The bottleneck was a little bit steel. But now I changed the import settings a bit. That the steel gets loaded sooner. So now we have 4 flatbeds going back and forth delivering the steel, and when she goes quite quickly. So I'll tune in when this oil refinery is done. Wait a minute, something to show you. We're also exporting oil, and we have already made 23,000 rubles, 18 from gravel and 6 from oil. So we're getting a little bit back, but we need the extra loan here. So I'm going to pause the game and I'm going to borrow some extra. I think another 500 will do. Borrow money. Okay, I'll tune in. This part I don't get. You see the oil refinery has medium priority and our fire station has high priority. Yet all the workers are being brought here, and no one is working here. I can increase it, but they are bringing them to the oil refinery. So let's hope that the oil refinery doesn't burn down. So it's January 25th, and here comes our last steel for the construction of the refinery. You see, it's going pretty fast. Well, no, there will be some new people arriving shortly here. I never thought it would take this short of a time to create an oil refinery. I would have thought with the pre-construction offices, I'm going to pause it for a little bit, that would cost years. But no, we are already putting the oil in. I'm going to add a bus line, and we have to increase the capacity of our technical office here, which is now doesn't reach it, and now the technical office can take care of the water. For the buses, I'm guessing we need some buses with pretty big capacity, because I don't remember, is it 300 or 500 people working in the refinery? 500. So yeah, we need some pretty big capacity buses for that. Let's sort on capacity. Well, what's a mod train? That's a mod. So this one goes 75 kilometers an hour and can carry 82 passengers, and it is the biggest which we have at the moment. So I'm going to buy 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. And we can press play here. We are also going to change, and the buses can arrive here, our distribution office, which I set up here. We can remove all our oil exports because we don't want to export oil anymore. Go away. And we are going to, I'm going to import from here. We're going export from here. And let's say at 10% we're going to load. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to have a huge buffer. And then we can tell our distribution office here to stop importing. Yes. And then we're going to get our fuel and oil from the refinery. And we say you can load at 0%. So, let's see if our buses are arriving. No, they won't if you keep playing on pause. So let's play on play. So, this bus, this bus, thank you. You are going to load people from here and unload people here, because I also need some people for the fire station. So, the bus platform, you can load workers, go, workers, but not university, and you don't unload, and you unload all. So, this is fine. And now copy the schedule to the other buses, to you and you and you. And I'm not adding line spacing because I don't want them to go 30 kilometers an hour. Then you can go quick. You can go. Great. So I'll check in. I'm really amazed by the speed. It's not even February, and we are already producing oil. This is such a fun playthrough. I'm going to check in once we are exporting bitumen and oil, and I think for now I'm going to want to have this. I'm not sure. There are no buses assigned anymore. It's so crazy. Sometimes it just forgets or something that buses were assigned. So the fire station should be opening soon. So see you later. So it's March 19th. What is our position exactly 2 years after we have started this republic? Well, let's let's pause for a minute. I want to show you our economics and where we are. In this month, we have earned 23,000 rubles. And that is in this month only. It's 19, so we're 19 days in. So this is about 2/3 what we would earn. So I think 36,000 euros, rubles in a month would be good. And this would exactly be the amount about what we owe over a month. But our oil refinery is working at maybe 5% of its capacity. So if we are smart and we invest in finishing those pumps, and there is a lot of more oil here which we can add, we are self-sustaining, no doubt about it. Let's play. I really loved creating this republic, and we have an unemployment of 3% due to no workspace. That is because the buses are not lined out, and I would add an end station somewhere here, so we can have an even amount or buses arriving and getting the workers line spaced, or maybe add some buses. I don't know. So what would be the next steps? Well, if I look at our population, you know, we are pretty good. Let's press here with our education. You see that all the imported third world people have been educated. Our university education has remained the same, but these are getting older and will eventually, you know, die. So I would invest in university and police and crime and justice. You know, from 12,000 people there, this really becomes an issue. So did our star monuments, did that do anything? And maybe I should look at people for this. So what is our loyalty? Not so much, but we should invest more in loyalty because it is declining. So I had great fun creating this. I am amazed by how good these construction officers work, and I really had fun. This was my third try, let's be honest, about it, but I think this setup was pretty successful. Yeah, this video has been heavily cut because it took me 7 hours in real life time, and I want this video hopefully about 45 minutes, maybe an hour long, not much longer than that. I had fun making it. I hope you had fun watching it. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.